Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's official. The 2017 classical season at the Saratoga Performing Arts Center has been announced, and joining me again is the new president and CEO of SPAC, Elizabeth Sobol. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Having you back. First time you were on, I got more emails about you than we gotten for anybody else. People are very excited about the changes at SPAC.
Well, I'm very excited, and I am just pulling my inspiration from this incredible place every day.
Well, you know what? That's very true. A lot of us feel that way. Now, we've got a lot to talk about, so we're actually going to do part one and part two. So this will be part one today, and then tomorrow we'll follow up with part two. So I'm going to go kind of almost in chronological order.
Okay.
But let's start with the Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
There's one thing that has been mentioned to me a lot, and I noticed it myself. There's something different that's going on the programming end at SPAC. There's more involvement in the structure of the actual programs and the themes in the programs and the like. Explain what's going on with the Jazz Festival.
So the Jazz Festival, first of all, it's a very different kind of lineup this year. Danny Melnick and I go way back, and we had a conversation way back in the fall talking about like bringing in younger audiences and bringing in some of these really amazing young artists who are representing the future of jazz. So one of my favorites, Jacob Collier.
Oh, wow.
Wait till you see, anybody wants to go out and Google some of his videos. Amazing, phenomenal. Cecile McLaurin-Salvant will be on the stage. And Corey Henry is one of my personal favorites. He and the Funk Apostles, they are just going to blow it away. So it's a different kind of lineup this year. Very happy about it.
Will it be main stage and second stage, or are they doing all main stage?
It's both. It's
Good.
the same setup. It's I think we'll just feel a difference in the type of artists that we're bringing. Of course, we've got two amazing headliners, Chaka Khan and the Gypsy Kings, one of my personal favorites. But it's a great lineup. It's also, by the way, what we're referring to as 100, 40, and 20, because this year, 2017, is not only the 100th anniversary of the coining of the word jazz, check it out, 40th anniversary of a jazz festival at SPAC, and 20 years with Freihofers as our partner.
Well, you want to know something, and we've got a lot to talk about. I want to kind of move into the ballet season.
Yes.
Over the years here in our communities, the ballet has always been part of Saratoga. Difficult to explain in some ways, but the fact that was the resident company from the beginning of SPAC, and all throughout the late 70s when Peter Martins and Baryshnikov were principal dancers, this community just really gathered around this company. As with most things in the arts, right, Elizabeth? They come and go, they wane, and they have their peaks and their valleys. But it really seems to me that the ballet is just making this incredible resurgence in the quality of the dancers inside the company, but also very apparent in some of the changes I'm seeing in the scheduling there. Tell me what's going on with the ballet.
So, first of all, I think that all cultural organizations have been facing this question of how to bring in younger audiences. And I think, New York City Ballet, amongst, some very important cultural organizations out there, are freshening up, not just the repertoire, I don't mean freshen it up because it wasn't great, but bringing in different types of repertoire in addition to the great canon of work. But also speaking to younger audience members in a different way and enticing them in different ways. So just my philosophy with the ballet this year and my conversations with them, all of these were very collaborative, a very collaborative process on the repertoire. But as I've gone out into the community and listened to what people had to say about what they like and what they don't like and what they want to see on the season, I heard pretty much in equal parts very strong voices saying, we really want more story ballet. We want to bring our children. We want things that, the tried and true, the things that are familiar. But I heard equally as many people saying, oh, you know what, I really want something new and fresh. I don't want to go to the things I've already seen before. So that was the initial conversation we had with New York City Ballet. Can you give us something that will really speak to both of those things? And I think they've done a spectacular job.
Well, you know what, it really it follows from what I was saying there. This community over the years has known so much about the company because they've seen the Story ballets, they've seen the Swan Lakes and the Stars and Stripes, but they've also seen Stravinsky Violin Concerto.
Yeah.
They've also seen The Cage, you know?
Exactly.
And with Justin Peck, one of the real stars of the company, proving himself to be an amazing choreographer. You're going to premiere Justin Peck this summer. Times a Racin' is coming.
That's right.
Which seems to be particularly appropriate given the climate, political climate.
Yep, and a new Ratmansky. So
That's right.
we've got some great stuff for people who want the new repertoire. And you know what? I'm going to make a very strong personal appeal to audience members, ballet goers. We've mixed up some of these programs here so that they're not all one or the other. And I would just encourage you, if you're going for some of the more traditional New York City ballet and you see some Stravinsky on there, stick around for the whole program or stay through for the new work, because you know it's all great, and it might just bring you closer to the way you see New York City ballet by seeing the whole program.
You know what? I think that's a wonderful point to make. We all have our favorites, right? And if you might want to come to see Stars and Stripes, for instance, but there might be a Stravinsky piece that night, you know, you might not take to the music immediately, but just relax. Get to understand a bit about what you're watching, because quite honestly, you'll understand more about how it was put together and the talent behind putting it together. You know, I've learned so much over the years watching City Ballet, just because I was willing to just say, well, I don't really know that one. Maybe I should leave.
Yeah.
Stay for the program.
Please.
You want to know something? You'll come back. Speaking of coming back, we're going to end this part one and have you back for part two, which we're going to air tomorrow. But guess what? We're going to do it right now. So thank you, Elizabeth, for coming in.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
I'll see you soon. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.